Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Curtis and today I have a mega episode for you guys. I played my first two tier S's in the other day, and I thought might as well show both of these because tier S is an experience. So basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is what we call lounge, and lounge is basically where you get 12 people in a room and you get into either teams or you play by yourself in like an FFA. And this time I got teamed with Ektros, who's one of the best French players in the world. He plays on XIV, and he's gonna be my teammate for today in a 2v2. So we're playing in basically the highest tier you can play in. There is one higher tier, but it's played once ever this season. So it's this is basically the highest tier you can play in, which is I'm surprised I got here this season, to be honest, but you know what? We take those, I guess. But yeah, let's get into the race. We're on Mushroom Gorge. I have triple shrooms, and basically I should hold this for the gap, right? I should. But this second set is so broken, and I got really greedy here, so I decided to throw this, and I didn't pull an extra shroom out of it. So, yeah, good job me. I definitely should have held it, and I probably would have gotten like third or second, but, you know, things happen. And I try and fire this guy before he takes the cut, but I miss, and I think I get... yeah, 8th, it looks like. So, not a great start, but it's warm up. It's warm up. Okay, don't worry about it. But yeah, my teammate is using GG, so yeah, watch out for that. He's using the dry Bowser as well, so it'll be very easy to see who he is. So Moo Moo Meadows, this track is so ass to play online. It's just whether or not you pull a shroom as to whether or not you win the race. It's very sad. But yeah, I pulled a shroom, so look, I win. Just kidding, I get trailed. So yeah, now I have to bag. And for this, I'm going to speed up all the parts where I'm bagging, because, I don't know. If I had to watch people bag, I would get bored, so I imagine other people would too. Yeah. I'm going to... yeah, stop when it gets to the interesting part. I almost get redded there. Somehow it skips me. I don't ask any questions. But yeah, it looks like my teammate's up there in the front. But I've got a star, so this isn't so bad. And there's usually never a shock on this track, from at least in lounge. It's very, very rare. So you don't have to really like go for any shocks to predict. I don't pull another star, unfortunately, so I just kind of have to ride with this. Take the little mini cut at the end, and I think I get... do I get 9th? Okay, I get 9th. And my teammate got up there, I think he got like 3rd or 4th? 5th, okay. So, we're still not on the best of starts. We're on 20 after 2, but, you know, it's only 2 races. Anything could happen. And now we're on Warrior Stadium. This is one of the biggest runners, and this is what I like to do on this track. If I'm in a bottom spot, I like to burn out on purpose. So, first takes the coins, usually, and they usually respawn around that exact time. So, it's kind of like a self-timer, where you just burn out, and you always get the coins if you just accelerate normally. So that's really nice. I like doing that a lot if I'm in a back spot. But now I got 4 shrooms in 8, which is not bad. And use these to take the cut up here, and just yeah, and then they get ghosted, so it's pretty... at least they got ghosted before the set, and I pulled another shroom, so it's not too bad. But yeah, this guy in front of me is triple banana, so I have to go really wide, and then there's also a bomb, so I am very worried here that I might get bombed. Luckily I have 2 shrooms to recover, at least, but yeah, I go extra wide. Maxime backed his nanas, and I wanted to avoid the chaos there, so that's why I slowed down. And I wanted to get myself a insured double as well. And now I have this red and 6. It gets ghosted. I shroom up, and then, oh no, he has a red. And I see he's redding me, so I hit the nano on purpose, but then the red skips him, or skips me, and then I get redded. So, yeah, that's not good. Now I'm in last with a red, which is, yeah, it's a great spot to be in, of course. My teammate's in second, though, so we're not doing too shabby. I've got a bill, too, which is really good. I'm just holding this because I don't want my bill to get ghosted. And I'm about to use it here, so I chain it. And I wait a little bit because the pack is really tight up here. And then there's a guy with a red, so I think I'm, like, totally dead here. But luckily he backs it, I think. Or he threw it earlier or something like that. So I ended up not getting redded. And do I get 5th or 6th? Barely 5th. Okay. I think my teammate gets 1st, actually. So now we're looking pretty decent. We're not on terrible pace anymore. My teammate's up there, so we're chilling. And he wanted water park, and this is what he asked for, and I think it chose me, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, he gets to run this pretty hard because on inward bikes, this track is really good because you basically take the turns a lot tighter than most outward karts and bikes do. So that's the main thing is why it is so good. But yeah, he still kept 1st, and I slowed down because the guy behind me had a red. So I thought, okay, well, I don't want to get redded, so might as well. And I got quad shrooms, which is pretty nice. Have to watch out for that guy with the triple greens ahead of me. And they're having a little fight over there, so I'll just let them do their thing. And then while watching them doing their fight, I hit the wall, and yeah, I got trailed for it. So now I got to go for this double up here if I want to get any sort of comeback going. And the plant did run out in time, so I only get a single, but it's okay. I have another double coming up here, so it's not too bad. And it looks like I'm going to have to settle for an 8th place box. Do I pull a star? I do. I go wide to avoid Maxime and his star. And now we're just playing the catch-up game. I got a star up here. Just this check's pretty chaotic normally, but nothing happens here. I pull another one, which is really nice. And now I just gotta hope that I don't get hit by anything. Yeah, now we're bottom 2. But it's okay. Look at this. Look how tight this pack is. Like, anything could literally happen. Top 3 are gone, but the rest are so close. And I end up going for the single just because I need the speed. Pull triple shrooms. I tricked there on accident, but it ends up not mattering too much. I get 5th. My teammate did not do well because he got hit in a very, like, much worse way than I did. So, yeah, he gets 11th there, but the fact that I got 5th there is pretty phenomenal. And yeah, here are the scores. We're in 3rd, but it's pretty tight. Anyone can win this. It's race 4, but yeah. Well, I'll show the scores every 4 races, so you can be updated and stuff. So yeah, triple nano's in front of me, so I try to get away, but fortunately I get trailed. So now I'm bagging, so I'm gonna speed this part up, collecting all the coins and stuff. Read the guy in front of me, and oh, look, a bomb! Oh yeah, we're gonna keep going. So I have a star and 8. Teammate's in front of me. I think he pulls a star here or something. Yeah, he pulled a star. Now we both have stars in 5, 6. I'm gonna hold on to mine. I think he's gonna use his to take cut. So I might use mine at the next set. He has triple reds as well, which could help out. I keep my shroom because I do not want my star to get ghosted, and I'm planning to use it later on. And then I see this guy with the red, so I'm like, oh god, get me out of here. And now he didn't get redded, but I have star triple shrooms now. I just want to get in front of my teammate here and star up because I do not want to hit him with this star. And I end up starting the guy there, and now I take a double in 3rd. So suddenly we're like 3-5, 3-4-ish. There's a blue shell as well. Yeah, my teammate's right behind me, so I let him know I'm going to take this left double over here. Then I pull another shroom. The reason why I chained is because the cut doesn't save that much, so getting double protection is pretty good, and you're increasing your speed by shrooming up, obviously. And, oh, my teammate gets back down the line. Yep, so let's see, what spot did he get? He got 5th, so we only lost 2 points out of that, so it's not too bad. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good overall. C is beating us by quite a bit. And I think A is also beating us because they have the MVP. But other than that, we're not doing too bad. So now, I think I picked pinball for this spot. I don't imagine anyone else would pick it, so... I don't know why pinball isn't picked that much. It's well, in my opinion, it's a very fun track. And it's very run-heavy based as well. It's like, if you can get into second or third and stay there, you're going to probably get a top 2 spot just because, you know, the blue comes probably twice, way more often than not. So if you stay in that second or third spot, you're going to be profiting a lot of the time. And yeah, I pull Shroom Triple Greens, which is decent pull. I'm not on a tremendous amount of coins though, so I really need to go for these up here. My teammate's in 1st, I'm in 4th, and there's a super early blue, so that's not good for my teammate. Doesn't get a... You want the blues to come later, but not like lap 3, because you want to get yourself as big of a break as possible. And my teammate is now in 4th, so we're 3-4, which is pretty decent because since the blue is super early, there's definitely going to be another one unless, you know, top 2 get very lucky. And yeah, I just got to keep getting my coins up. I'm going to keep these triple greens for a very long time just because this is such a good pull to have. And I can't really do anything with it anyways because they're a little bit too far away. And I break here, barely missing the pinball. My teammate has a plant, so fortunately he can't use it too well because I'm ahead of him and being very slow. And yeah, there's another blue, but yeah, I get target shocked. I probably would have been able to green the guy in 3rd or in 2nd because you can, when you come off a glider, the greens go really fast and they have like way bigger hitboxes. But unfortunately, the shock came, which ruined all my plans, and I didn't even get a box, so we are bottom 2 now. And yeah, it went from us being in the best position possible to being in the worst position possible, just with 1 shock. So I've got to really do some good recovery here, and I get a star, so I'm like, okay, I'll just use this early. Might as well. And I want to get a 9th place box, so I'm not golding up straight away, and everyone dies here, so I'm hoping for a star here, but I only get triple shrooms, and there's a plant, there's fire, there's triple bananas, the guy with triple bananas gets hit, and I get trailed for it, so yeah. Luckily though, we didn't get bottom 2, which it was looking like we were getting that at the end of lap 3, but so we somehow salvaged that. So yeah, another bagging track, Super Bell Subway. Or actually, have we played any bagging track? I remember I sped up some part, but I don't remember it was on a bagging track. But yeah, I'm gonna speed up all the bagging tracks where I decide to bag, just cause this is very engaging gameplay, as you can tell. But yeah, I pull Golden Bill, so I'm just like, okay, I'll hold this for a little bit and then use this to take cuts up here. And I have to, oh my god, there's so much stuff everywhere. But yeah, now I have a bill. I'm able to chain into here. Barely avoid the blue, barely avoid the star. And yeah, there's a shock. And this shock is not terrible for me. And I didn't use that bill just because that shock is not very common to be used there. And you get 2 doubles here, so it's not even that bad. Like, of a shock spot for you, basically. Like, getting shocked after that single is not bad at all. If you get shocked after last set, though, that's very bad. So that's why you usually want to be at a dodge. And I pulled 2 single shrooms in 9th when it first is completely gone. So, you know, this is not very good for me. I chain, hoping for maybe a dodge. Maybe the game loves me. Nope, it doesn't. So, yeah, I'm still at distance here to pull, like, triple shrooms. So I go for it again, and I get a single shroom. But that's good enough, at least. But then it gets ghosted, so I have to go for triple shrooms again. But I get it now, which they were much closer this time. So I don't know why I didn't get it earlier, but now I got to use these shrooms like really well if I want to get any good spot. And there's triple greens in front of me. He's backing it. There's a guy with another green. I go as far less as possible. We get 4-5. So this is, considering like pretty bad luck on my end at least. Nothing bad is happening to me at the end, so it's really, I guess it balances out, and it's much better to have bad luck in the middle of the races than at the end. So, you know, we take those. And Paris Promenade, this is another one of those tracks that are super good for inward bikes. So as you can see, there's already an inward bike in first, and my teammate was up here as well. I don't see him anymore. Oh, he's right behind me. But yeah, this is a very heavy running track, just like pinball, but this is much more like there's obviously not a gigantic obstacle for you to have to avoid lap 1, so it's much less chaotic. And this guy has a bomb and he's trailing it, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? Why? So I read the guy who I thought would get trailed by the bomb and probably hit me as well, and I pull a bomb, so I'm like, okay, I probably should have gone a little bit wide, but I was pretty confident he was gonna keep the bomb, so I was like, okay, let me just get him out of here, you know? And now we're suddenly 2-3. So this is really good. Even though the guy has a shroom in first, this is still really good for both of us. There's a blue shell, and yeah, don't get the coins, and yeah, he's gonna dodge. Oh, he actually doesn't dodge a blue. I think his shroom got ghosted, because I saw it earlier on. But yeah, now we have triple protection in second, and we're top 2. So this is looking like it's gonna be a top 2 unless there's shock. So especially since the blue came lap 3. So unless they pull it like last set, there's probably not gonna be another blue, and they'd have to throw it instantly. So yeah, it's looking like a good top 2 for us, which would definitely make us maybe even first after this race. But then there's a blue shell, of course. So I'm like, okay, let me just not get my teammate in this explosion. I go left. You also avoid a lot more stuff if you go left, just in case there was, like, you know, more triples behind me. 1-4 though, still really good. We only lose 3 points out of that. So now I think we're first. I don't know if I show the standings after this. Okay, I do. Yeah, we are first now with that race. So top 4 are really close, within 16 points of each other. Definitely anyone can win it still. Even 5th is not too far behind. And yeah, I get trailed instantly on Bowser's Castle, so we're doing some bagging, getting our coins up, you know. And I get a star, but, you know, we're a little bit too far behind to keep this. So I get my coins up to 10, and now we chain this, hoping for a bill. I get Crazy 8. Star Crazy 8's not bad. There's a blue shell going for my teammate, unfortunately. But I got my double dodge, so I decided to hold the star just because, you know, shock is not coming here. It's gonna be the first set is gonna be chained is right here, and I don't even think it's been pulled yet, so I use it here, and then I'm gonna use my Crazy 8 on last set. I was hoping to pull another star, but this is completely fine, and I thought this guy would steal my star because he was very laggy on my screen. And I decided to use this here just because I don't want to get my star stolen. I pulled some shrooms, so I was able to take cut and use my star a little bit early. And now we're 4-6, heading into final lap. So I just gotta hope that there's no shock, because otherwise I am super screwed. Ektross takes out someone, I don't know who, but I failed the trick, but it's fine. I still have a shroom to recover. And I have another one. And I have Shroom Boomerang. I get the extra trick, so now I'm in 4th, and my teammate's ahead of me on the other path. So I just gotta not get backed here by Kiwi, and he decides to keep it and go for the UMT glider. And now I just gotta take cut and hope I don't get trailed. And I thought that red was going for me. I barely avoid the Nana. And yeah, I might have lost like a spot or two, but then I get fired on the line. I think that was my teammate's fire, but he got first out of it, so it's definitely worth it if he could, if he got first, and he did. So another great race from us. Now we're separating ourselves from the pack, which is really, really good. And we only have 3 races left. So if we can somehow just only get decent races, we're gonna win this. Because I think we're probably like 10 to 15 points ahead of second at this point. I decided to go for coins, and so does my teammate. So guess what? We're bagging. Because, yeah, if you can't go for those coins and straight up, like, just keep going, if you have to stop for them, you kind of have to back at that point. But yeah, I decided to go here, because first is pretty far gone. I don't pull a dodge, so I spam my shrooms to get him out. And I'm going to bag this next set. And I get green, because this guy was mad that he had to use his ghost, because I was goldening up. I pull Golden Bill. And I'm going to use my bill in the extension here. And if you don't know, what you want to do here is once you get past this turn, you want to hold right to get the extension. And then it extends like all the way through the glider instead of dropping you off straight away. It didn't extend past the turn, which is really weird. That rarely ever happens. But yeah, now I'm not in such a great spot since there was no shock yet. And this guy, oh my god, he's still mad from earlier. What is he doing? Yeah, now I've just got to hope that there's no shock because I have a golden and there's a shock. Luckily, it was before the set, so I pulled a star. And I'm still not in that bad of a spot, considering I almost got shocked after boxes. I decided to start a little bit early because I knew I was going to get shrooms, barely get the double, and I only pulled a single shroom, so I have to make do with what I got. And, oh, 8th place. And I think we got 8-9 or something like that, which is not good. That's not the kind of race you want if you want to break away from the others. And we're still doing decent. I think we're still first here, and there's 2 more races, so yeah, we're probably like up again like 15-ish on second, but we have to get a good race here, or otherwise it like top 4 are all gonna be super close. I get a shroom, so that's really good. Shroom up into first. Gonna get this double here as well and take the Nisk, which is really good for me. But then I get greened, so that was a really good green. I don't know who threw it. It might have been the Ectros F guy, but yeah, really good on them. But now we're having to play in the mids, and that's not too bad on this track, but it's not ideal either. So some guy gets bombed, this guy gets greened, and suddenly I'm in third. So we went from like one of the worst spots you can be in to I'm on 9 coins in third. And AR top 2, which means this guy's going to back a lot of stuff, so I decided to go a little bit wide. Going wide for most of these turns in general. And since I have 3 shrooms, I just thought, okay, I might as well just save these, because no one knows what I have behind this shroom. And even if I get redded, it's still like I have 2 shrooms to protect myself. And yeah, he had a Nana Bomb in second, so a little unfortunate for me, but I have shrooms to catch up, or catch back up. And shroom to take this cut. There's a blue shell. Barely avoid the back. Pull red shroom. Guy in first is getting blue, so it looks like I'm getting second here. And then I get lag trailed. So, yeah, I accidentally read my teammate, but he has a boomerang, so he's all good. Except, he gets hit by something on the line. And, yeah, 10-11. When we were getting, like 2-5 that race, but we get 10-11 out of that, so we are first, but it's very close now. And actually, I don't even think we're first at this point. So we have to get a good race here. And I think top 4 are very close. So Toad's Turnpike is ideal for my teammate, actually. I'm not too bad on this track. I don't know what it is. I feel like Scooty should be really bad on this track just because you don't want to get bumped, especially at the beginning. And Scooty is the lightest weight of all the meta combos. And my teammate's on one of the heaviest, so he's already in first because he doesn't get affected by the bumps nearly as much. But yeah, the inwards can take the turns super tight, and since there's a lot of straights, speed matters as well. They have a little bit more speed, I believe. So yeah, both of them get blued somehow. I don't know how that happened, but you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say no because that just means that I'm in first and we're 1-3. It was a pretty early blue, which means I might have wanted the guy to be first anyways, but that just means that the pack can't catch up to me, essentially, since I'm the one in first. So it's not too bad. Looks like my teammate got hit, but he's still chugging. I have 4 protection in first, so if there's no blue, I win the race, basically. Or no shock, obviously. And that guy in last could definitely pull it. There's a blue shell now. which is not good for me. But there's a glider right here, which is very convenient because then I don't take nearly as much damage as you normally would. And the shock canceled the blue, which was really good for me. My teammate ended up going from like 3rd to 9th and was like the only person to dodge the entire room. I don't know if he used that shock or to cancel my blue, or I don't think that was his shock, because there's like, he could have only pulled it from like one set, so, and he would have had to spam it. But yeah, this guy's a shroom behind me. I'm like, okay, let me try and back this guy, because I thought he would go left there to try and avoid me, but he realized what I was doing and shroomed up at the end and got first. And my teammate, what does he get? He gets 5th and 87.95. Is that enough for first? And it sure is. We get first in my first ever tier S, which is really awesome. And I decided to play another one. So my teammate now, Goku Vibes. His name is Moa in Lounge. And he is one of the best Japanese players in the entire world, and he's kind of down bad right now. He's I think he was like 11.8k or something, but he was I've never seen him that low before, so very lucky that I get one of the best players at his lowest point MMR wise. Because if you don't know how the MMR system works, basically it goes by room average. So if you're lower than the room average, you're going to be getting a lot more than like the top team would be. So since we're 5th overall in the team standings, that just means that we gain a lot more for winning. And since, you know, I got pretty lucky with my teammate, this is very good for me. Also, Kusan and his teammate, I don't know if you know who Kusan is, but he's by far the best player probably of all time in this game. He's playing Rosalina in this Mogi, and you know, that's interesting. And I used the shock here. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention that I had shock, but I used the shock, and I thought since the people would be slowed down from the shock that he wouldn't be able to take the double. But it turns out I canceled them getting hit by something, and I didn't see what it was, so I didn't get the double, which was really, really bad. But yeah, now I gotta hope for really good items here, and I don't think I get any. Yeah, because I'm a little bit too close to first here. But at least I pull shrooms and plant, but then I get fired, so yeah, I kind of just gotta go and hope. And my teammate gets redded as well, which is not good. Yeah, and I gotta hope to not get backed by this guy. He backs 2 times there, and then he gets me the 3rd time. And I barely get the double, and I think my teammate got it too, but I pull triple greens, and I get starred too, so not good for me. No dodge, no nothing, no shrooms, just, yeah. And I get target shocked, so I'm getting a bottom 2 spot this race. Unless? No, there's a bill. And there's a crazy 8. Oh, God. Oh, well, someone gets hit on the line, so I get 11th. But yeah, I think my teammate got up there. Okay, I think he dodged, so he got 3rd. Yeah, not a great start for me. And we get a bagger in a Toad Circuit, so I'm going to speed up this part. And, oh yeah, let me talk about this before I forget, but Wave 3 is coming out very soon. In fact, it's coming out the day after I post this. So you're going to see a lot of Wave 3 content coming to the channel. And that also means that I'll probably do like a war, a lounge, probably go through the tracks and just like give my general thoughts or something. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of Wave 3 content. And one other thing, which is very important, is I'm going to be doing a full-on DLC track guide for every single DLC track that comes out. So starting in about probably a week from now, from when this video gets posted, because I'm going to have a lot of Wave 3 content. I'm going to upload Paris Promenade. We're going to go in order of all the tracks. So Paris Promenade is going to be first. And let me just look at this ending here. This is really dumb. Yeah, I get redded on the line and go from like 6th to 11th. Yeah. That's not good. There was also no shock the entire race, which rarely ever happens on this track. and I had a star in like 3 or something, and yeah, and I was in a ghost for a while too. Whatever, it happens. Oh, I don't know why it did that, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, since I'll fix that in editing, I guess. You guys won't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, dry desert. One of the hardest bagging tracks in the game, so this is going to be sped up for a lot of the race. I go backwards with this build because I'm just like, I don't even want this right now. I pull another bill. You definitely want shock early on, and you don't really want to dodge shock early on either, because that's why I use my bill here. I'm just like, I don't even want to dodge shock. I just want to get this bill out of my hands. And yeah, the shock comes, and yeah, we're gonna speed this up again because I'm basically bagging here. Get my coins up, and now I have star bill, so I'm gonna use the star here. And shock can be pulled now at this next set, so, or not this set, but the one we just passed. So I have bill ghost to potentially dodge it, and it gets spammed here a lot. And there's not nearly as many people bagging, so I definitely want to start. I want to actually dodge now. And I want to try and steal this guy's bill here, so that's why I ghost. And it looks like I stole it. Yep, I did get it. So I'm hoping for like triple shrooms or a star here. I get triple shrooms. I wait to bill here as long as I can. But I don't want to bill too late because it'll take me past the cut otherwise. And everyone stops at the set. So yeah, luckily I have triple shrooms, but then I get bombed. So yeah, that was very unfortunate, those series of events. No shock at the end, which very often comes, and yeah, it's 9th place for me, and 8 points after 3 is not good at all. So I gotta step up if I want to have any chance getting a good spot. My teammate is doing really well, but even if he does really well, I have to score some points. I can't be on this pace. So yeah, hopefully I break it with this race. I read out the guy in first, I think. Oh no, he pulls protection and a shroom, because you know that set is pretty broken. For some reason, at the beginning of Mushroom Gorge, it will like teleport you to second when you're in first. Don't know why that is. Like right as you touch the set as well, so you'll just pull shrooms sometimes when you hit that set in first. But you normally can't pull a shroom in first, so that's why you see some people pull it in on Mushroom Gorge. And I pull a horn here, but as you can see, first is pretty far gone, so I was going to use my horn there, and I luckily don't get bombed because I had enough iframes. But yeah, first is so gone, so I pull a star in third. And I used 2 shrooms to get away from the guy with triple greens, which I think they got ghosted or something, because they're not there anymore, or he backed them all or something. But yeah, I have shroom star in third, which is really good. And suddenly I'm in first, or second, I guess, with the star. And there's a blue, which is not going to connect because he has a shroom in first. I have star red, so I can potentially red him out at the end. And I'm in a tremendous spot. I basically am guaranteed top 3 at this point, unless there's a shock. So yeah, I'm still like doing not that bad. If I can pull shroom here, I can still get second. And I pull a horn, which is not bad. And this guy is still small, so I'm able to catch up and horn him, which is really nice. And not enough people are taking cut. I barely almost get boomeranged, but I get third. So that's a good race for me. I got pretty lucky by pulling that star, but I really wasn't able to use it. So yeah, I got third that race, which brings me. I'm still LVP, but I'm not by that much. And right now we're in third because my teammate is going crazy. But yeah, this is another bagging track, as you can tell, so we're speeding things up. I decide to run with my quad shrooms, which is a strategy that a lot of people use because oh, Crispo with the follow. Yeah, if you don't know, I stream most of my events on Twitch, by the way, so if you want to check that out, by all means, it's going to be in the description. But yeah, I decided to run with my shrooms just because the cuts are so powerful on this track, and shock is not super common, despite it being like a pretty heavy bagging track, and there's like so many people back there. It's just the cuts save so much time, and there's so many of them that if you can just catch up with shrooms, that's a good idea. But then I get shocked. Yeah, when I said it wasn't common, it comes. But I'm still not in that bad of a spot. I'm on 3 coins, though. And I decided to break a little bit because I just want to guarantee myself some shrooms. And I do get some. And now, the thing is, though, having triple greens behind is not very good. I'd rather have triple greens first, so I could chain them and potentially pull more shrooms or a dodge. But I have to make do with what I got here. Suddenly, I'm now on 10 coins. I don't know how all that happened, but yeah. I really need a shroom this next set. I shroomed a little earlier because I just wanted to get away from the pack. Didn't want to get starred or anything. Just like a preemptive measure. And if I pull any shrooms here, I just like get a top 5 spot quite easily. Unless I get spammed at the end, but everyone usually holds shrooms, so that, well, I say that, but I get spammed all the time on this track. But luckily I pull shrooms here at last set, which gains me a lot. I probably would have gotten like bottom 3 had I not pulled shrooms, and maybe even bottom 2, but since I got shrooms, I get 6th, and we get 5-6 that race, so not at LVP anymore. Let's go. But still on pretty bad pace, so I get another bagging track, which means you know what time it is. We're speeding things up. Yeah, look, literally no one is running this track. That's how big of a bagger this is. And the reason why on this track specifically is just because of the gigantic cut that saves like literally 4 seconds, which is the biggest cut in the game by like a full second, I think. So yeah, and there's other cuts as well on the track if you didn't know. So yeah, this is one of the biggest baggers in the game, I'd say. It's much more fun than the other baggers in my opinion. And oh my god, that red was close. So reaction time's on point, but unfortunately reaction times don't care about stars coming out of your bill. But it still doesn't matter too much because this is Snowland, and I'm in the back on Snowland, so I'm chilling. I'm guaranteed not to pull blue since I literally just pulled it, so that's one of the nice things about pulling it. But there's a shock, and I was like one of the only people to not dodge. There's actually some of the bottoms didn't dodge, including my teammate, which is not good. But that shock was very bad for me, and I've got to really, really hope that I get like a golden or a bill, or well, I'm guaranteed to pull one of those items, but golden was definitely the best option, I'd say. And I take the cut very, very well there. I've never taken it quite that good before, and pull a star as well. So maybe I can pull like a top 6 spot out of my ass. Let's see. Someone gets right on the line, and I get 7th. Okay, so not bad. I think my teammate was ahead of me. No, he got 10th. Okay. Oh wait, no, that was my old teammate. What am I saying? I think my teammate got like 3rd or 2nd or something, or 1st even. I don't know. Anyways, I was paying attention to the dry Bowser because I was just so used to him being my teammate last time. But yeah, oh yeah, I even thought he was my teammate on like the whole entire race because I said he did dodge. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, just like last time I had MKS, I went for the coins, but this time I didn't have to stop for them. So now I get to run, and there's very little coins in this track, so I'm on 10 already, which is really, really good. And I have triple nanas, triple shrooms, barely avoid the nana. But yeah, this is a very good track to have 10 coins on, because since there's so little opportunities to get coins, usually they're all out of the way, like those ones right there, or there's only really this one, and the other coins you have to go for like lose lots of time. So okay, I thought he wasn't going for the Nisk, and then he did last second, so I was like, oh god. And I probably should have just shroomed in the cut. He greens the guy and takes out his green, or takes out his trail, and I just like not thinking there. I thought, oh yeah, he's in second, and then I realized, oh yeah, he's gonna back this at the set, obviously. So I just had to use my shrooms there to get out of the off-road to avoid that. And then the shock comes, and that's not a good shock, but it's good for my teammate. And I pull a red, which is not ideal, but at least it keeps these people behind me for the most part, and it made that guy stop. So I hopefully pull shrooms here. Yep, triple nanas, triple shrooms. This is very, very good. I just gotta hope to not get starred here, or bombed. And I'm in front of him, but yeah. I was about to trail him, and if I would have trailed him, I definitely would have gotten top 3. But yeah, unfortunately I don't and only get 7th. So yeah, luckily my teammate got 2nd. We would have had 2-3 though, which would have been very nice. And my teammate is going absolutely crazy. On 72 after 7. So we're on 109. So that's pretty good pace team-wise. I am not though. So if my teammate's luck or runs out, or he just gets bad spots because of bad luck at the end. Yeah, I basically just repeated myself, but you get what I mean, right? So yeah, I just gotta start stepping it up essentially if we want to win. And I'm in 3rd, so not too bad. There's top 2 is the same team, and yeah, I don't know what I got hit by exactly. I don't think I got backed, but something happened, and now top 2 are completely gone. So I decided, okay, I'm just gonna bag here, and then oh yeah, he pulls triple reds, and yeah, now I'm definitely bagging. And there's a blue, so that makes it even way more likely that there's a shock in play, or shock could be in play. And I end up using the build extension, go a little bit wide. I don't want to get starred before the build extension, and I do dodge, so that is really nice. Suddenly I have triple shrooms in 7. I have a lot more coins than I think most of the lobby does. And I decided to chain these shrooms, pull some more. My teammate has a star in like 4th now. And I take cut up here. I think we're like 4-5 now. I should not have shroom there, because if that guy chained and had like triple greens or something, I was so dead. But luckily he didn't. And I should not have backed my... Oh wait, no, that's not... I keep forgetting that that's not my teammate anymore. I know that like in the Mogi, I didn't confuse... Oh my god, yeah, that ring was so clutch. Barely avoiding the banana with that. But yeah, I keep forgetting that it's not my teammate. Teammate is still... my teammate is in Waluigi Wiggler, not that. Top 2 is still A, and I think he goes wide at the end to try and green me or something, but I don't know why he did that, but I get 2nd out of it, so that's pretty nice. Where does my teammate get, though? So, good race for me. A gets 1-3. He got 9th. I think actually, now that I think about it, the guy was probably getting out of the way of the boomerang. He didn't want to get boomerang. That's probably what he was doing. So, might have been actually really smart. And suddenly, we're in 2nd, but top 4 are really close. So, just like last time, except this time top 4 are much more separated from bottom 2, and bottom 2 are not very likely to get in the top 4 anymore. So yeah, if you're confused by what this A guy is doing, since they got 1-3, he decided to run with his teammate, and he decided, okay, my teammate's first, let's cover both bases, and I'm gonna bag, but I'm also gonna take out the people who are running as well. And luckily I pulled protection, and he didn't back me, so I get rewarded with triple reds, which is pretty funny. But yeah, his whole plan kind of has gone to shambles. I thought about reading the guy in first. I probably should have, but I was just waiting for the blue to come and then read him afterwards. And then I decided, okay, I'm gonna read this guy at least. And I think I do, yeah. It took 3 reds, but we got there eventually. And then the shot comes, which is not good. But it didn't dodge like someone in right behind us, but it's still pretty bad, because I gotta go wide here for the people who dodged up. But they didn't pass me, so I'm still in 2nd. And first is somehow not doing too hot. And I decided to hold these reds and go for the single. You might have thought that like I could go for first there and red him out, but there still hasn't been a blue yet, so I was just waiting for the blue to come. And the blue comes now. I guess I could have done it because people were taking cut anyways, but I kept my double reds just in case. And yeah, plant, and there's a shock. Yeah, 2nd shock on Colin Mauer. One at the end of lap 2, and one at the end of lap 3. So yeah, I probably would have gotten a good spot, and I think my teammate actually might have dodged, so it might not be too bad for us. Yeah, he got 2nd, so that's really good for us. Still, like RR, they were first, and they got first that race, but they got first and last, so I think we gain a point on them, I believe. Yeah, so not bad, not bad. And we separate ourselves from the pack as well. So even though I got pretty unlucky at the end, my teammate did, and probably gained us more spots in the end. So he covered the shock, I covered no shock, and yeah, we got some decent spots out of it. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't speed this part up because I got hit out at the beginning, but here we are, I guess. I have a star triple shrooms on TikTok. Try to go for Bill here, but I thought the guy was taking double last second, and yeah, that's why I didn't chain my extra shroom. Just wanted to have something in pocket, just in case I pulled like shock or something. And yeah, we're not going to talk about that. And I pull star Bill. So I'm still in the back, and I keep forgetting that my teammate is not the dry Bowser, but I dodged the shock, so that's really nice. I thought maybe just in case I'll use my Bill, because it also chains this next set. And I have golden and 9, and I dodged, so I might pull like a star or a Bill here, but I pulled triple shrooms, so yeah, yeah, we're not going to talk about that either. So anyways, looks like a teammate is not in bottom 6, which is good, because shock has already happened, and second shock is very unlikely, and this guy pulls triple greens and tries backing me. Luckily, I pull a star, which is clutch, and I'm trying to get the double here. I get it, and I pull another star, which is really good. He has triple reds, but luckily he threw them away, and I really need to hope that there's a shock here if I want to gain any spots. Pull triple shrooms. He pulls triple reds in front of me, and I have another protection at the end. I shroom up, and I get 7th. And my teammate got second again, so similar ways to last time. RR, who was ahead of us, got 10-11, I believe, so I think we're beating them going in these last 2 races, which means I think we're first, but yeah, it's very, very close. So we really, really need a good race here to try and separate ourselves, give us some breathing room. So I shroom up and get a draft. We're suddenly 1-3, top 2-ish. I hear some triples behind me, and we're suddenly top 2. He unfortunately takes my box. I thought he was I thought he wouldn't take it on my screen at least. Like, I knew he was going tight, and oh my god, he almost trails me there. And yeah, there's triple greens behind us. Somehow we avoid them. I missed the box, but it doesn't matter too much. I just need to get away from the guy and try and go as fast as I can. And I'm on 10 coins now. Leave the double for my teammate. Unfortunately, there's a blue going for me, so I'm going to have to take this. I just got to go fast here. And my teammate, I believe, is in first now. Oh, no. The guy in first fell off. My teammate's in third now. I don't know what happened there, but now this guy with triple greens in first. He shouldn't try and back me here. He should be trying to go fast, but yeah, I end up getting fired, so I thought my teammate was still third, and I was focused on the guy in front of me, but I definitely should have used my my rear view to figure that out. And oh my god, that boomerang. And you're going to see this last part of the track is very, very hectic. So yeah, there's a plant. It almost gets me, and I have a shroom. I'm praying that there's no backs on the line. And there's a red going for me, and I get 5th. My teammate unfortunately died somehow. He might have died to the fire, but yeah, he gets 8th, which is a decent race, but I think RR got a really good race, so we are having to contend with them once again. This is the final race, so we're contending with RR and some other team, I think, as well for third. So we need to get a good race here to try and win. And if I get back-to-back Tier S wins, that would be so hype. Try drafting up my teammate here. I don't know how I didn't get one, but yeah, can't win them all. And then I get bumped almost into the off-road, so I decide to bag. And this track is very, very good for bills. When I make my track guide, I tried hitting the guy, the RR guy, by the way, just because obviously we're the ones competing for them, so I'm not targeting him, obviously. But yeah, it's I'll explain there's 2 different bill extensions on this track, but this track is pretty early on in the yeah, we're not going to talk about this. I don't know how I made so many driving mistakes this event, and then like none last event. This is pretty early on in the DLC. I think it's in the first cup. So I'll explain the 2 build extensions there in detail, but just know that they are very, very good on this track, and that's the main reason why I back here. I think that guy like fell off with Bill or something. And then I pull Bill here. Unfortunately, we passed the spot where both the build extensions happen. But Bill is still really good regardless. And I Bill up before the cut, so I can use my golden. And I get redded in 8th place, so unfortunate for me. I don't get the double either, so I gotta hope for a Bill, and I don't get it. But I do have a star. This is the next best thing I could have got, because this is going to make me invincible for like the last part of the race. I just wanted to start a little bit early, just in case there was an early shock, and I thought I would pull shrooms here anyways, and I do. But R are ahead of us, so it's not looking too good. The green's coming up, and 6th place. So I don't think... Yeah, they got 4-5, so I think they beat us. Yeah, they did beat us. Yeah, they did. So we get 2nd. Very close at the end, but GG's to both of those events. Hey, yeah, that was very fun to play with those play a 2 tier S's there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I keep saying I'll do selected races next time, but this was like obviously a very special episode for you guys. So next time is gonna be selected races, I swear. And yeah, make sure to tune in for the DLC track guides and all the Wave 3 content coming out. And yeah, if you enjoy these longer episodes, let me know. I'd be down to do these. It's just, it takes a while to render and stuff. So, you know, if you want to see more of these, hit the like button and subscribe. And peace out.